Citizens of the United States, let me read you a headline. CNN, August 26, 2026. Researchers identify traces of two ghost ancestors in modern human DNA. Scientists have developed a new method called TRACE. It searches modern human genomes for clues left by long-lost populations. It has uncovered evidence of two previously unknown ancestral lineages, genetic ghosts, that interbred with our ancestors over 50,000 years ago. One lineage makes up about 0.5% to 1% of the genomes of people living today. Almost the same percentage as Neanderthal DNA. The other lineage split off roughly 1.8 million years ago. It interbred with the Denisovans more than 200,000 years ago. And here's the kicker. The researchers found traces of this ghost ancestry in every population they studied across Africa, Europe, and Asia. Every population. Every single one of you carries the DNA of a ghost ancestor you never knew existed. Every single one of you is a mosaic of little bits of DNA from all your ancestors. Every single one of you is connected to every other human being on this planet by a web of ancient interbreeding that makes the fiction of race look like the joke it is. Every population, every single one. And the paleoanthropologist quoted in the article said this: "Today, we have a tendency to focus on differences between people that seem large, but are actually superficial, like skin color or facial appearance. These differences among living people are actually very tiny compared to the ancestors we all evolved from. And those ancestors found ways to interact and survive with each other. That's our heritage, and it's one that matters even more than ever." That is not a political statement. That is not a cultural statement. That is a scientific statement. That is the evidence presented in plain English for everyone with eyes to see. The evidence is clear. The science is settled. Race is a fiction. And what are we talking about? The article was published on August 26, 2026. That is today. That is now. And do you know what the political establishment is talking about today? They are talking about the upcoming elections, the midterms. They are talking about the non-educated white voters, the educated black voters, the Latino voters, the Asian voters, the suburban white women voters, the black women voters, blah, blah, blah. They are talking about the indistinct chatter within the prison, the chatter within the Skinner box, the chatter of the boxes, the chatter of the categories, the chatter of the labels, the chatter of the words. They are talking about the fiction. They are not talking about the evidence. They are not talking about the ghost ancestors. They are not talking about the fact that every population carries the DNA of a lineage that split off 1.8 million years ago. They are not talking about the fact that skin color is superficial. They are talking about boxes. They are talking about categories. They are talking about labels. They are talking about words. They are talking about the fiction. And they are doing it because the fiction is profitable. The fiction is useful. The fiction is the mechanism of the Ponzi scheme. The fiction is the Skinner box. The fiction is the prison. The indistinct chatter within the prison is the sound of the extraction machine humming. Let me tell you why this angers me. It angers me because it is sadistic. It is sadistic to present the evidence that race is fake and then continue to divide people by race. It is sadistic to show the proof that we are all connected and then to keep us fighting each other over boxes. It is sadistic to reveal the ghost ancestors in our DNA and then to reduce us to categories that were invented by enslavers and codified by bureaucrats. It is sadistic because it is deliberate. The politicians know the evidence. The pundits know the evidence. The consultants know the evidence. They know that race is a fiction. They know that the categories are arbitrary. They know that the boxes are empty. They know. And they keep us using them anyway. They keep us using them because the fiction is useful. They keep us using them because the fiction is profitable. They keep using them because the fiction is the mechanism of the Ponzi scheme. They keep using them because the fiction is the Skinner box. They keep using them because the fiction is the prison. They keep using them because the prison needs guards. And the guards are the politicians, the pundits, the consultants, the posters, the strategists. They are the ones who keep the chatter alive. They are the ones who keep the boxes relevant. They are the ones who keep the categories meaningful. They are the guards of the prison. Let us appreciate the comedy of this situation. The evidence is presented. The ghost ancestors are discovered. The DNA is sequenced. The science is settled. Race is a fiction. And the political establishment is still talking about non-educated white voters. It is like a group of people standing in a burning building, arguing about who gets to use the elevator first. It is like a group of people on a sinking ship, debating the quality of the lifeboats. It is like a group of people in the Skinner box, arguing about which lever is the right one to press. The building is burning. The ship is sinking. The Skinner box is a prison. And they are still talking about the boxes. The comedy is that they cannot see the absurdity. The comedy is that they cannot see the evidence. The comedy is that they cannot see the ghost ancestors in their own DNA. The comedy is that they cannot see the forest for the trees. The comedy is that they are trapped in the Skinner box and they do not even know it. Let us review the forensic evidence. The genome has been sequenced. The variation has been mapped. The consensus is settled. There are no discrete, hierarchical, biologically meaningful races. Only humans distributed across a continuous, ancient web of genetic variation. The ghost ancestors have been found. Every population carries the DNA of a lineage that split off 1.8 million years ago. Every population carries traces of a lineage that interbred with our ancestors more than 50,000 years ago. The differences we focus on are superficial, skin color, facial appearance. These differences are actually very tiny compared to the ancestors we all evolved from. As the paleoanthropologist said, race does not even make it past the hypothesis test. The evidence is clear. The science is settled. The fiction is exposed. I have stolen the keys of the prison. I have stolen them from the architects of the fiction. Linnaeus, Kant, Blumenbach, Morton, Gobineau, Grant, Stoddard. I have stolen them from the administrators of the fiction. The OMB, the Census Bureau, the Department of Education, the Department of Health and Human Services, the Department of Justice. I have stolen them from the cultural gatekeepers of the fiction, the activists, the celebrities, the journalists, the academics, the politicians. I have stolen the keys. And I have tossed them between the bars of the boxes, the bars of the categories, the bars of the labels, the bars of the words. I have tossed them so that every prisoner can reach them and no one can catch me. No one who guards the prison can repossess the keys. The keys are between the bars. The keys are within reach. The keys are waiting for you. The prison is open. The liberation is not a future event. It is a present reality. The prison is open. The keys are between the bars. The Skinner box is decommissioned. The Ponzi scheme is liquidated. The fiction is exposed. You are free. You are free to reject the boxes. You are free to reject the categories. You are free to reject the labels. You are free to reject the words. You are free to reject the fiction. You are free to be human. You are free to be a mosaic of little bits of DNA from all your ancestors. You are free to be connected to every other human being on this planet. You are free to be part of the web of ancient interbreeding that makes the fiction of race look like the joke it is. You are free. Citizens of the United States, the evidence is clear. The science is settled. The fiction is exposed. The indistinct chatter within the prison is the sound of the extraction machine humming. Stop listening to the chatter. Stop checking the boxes. Stop accepting the categories. Stop believing the labels. Stop believing the words. Refuse to check the box. Demand the abolition of racial classification. Join the coalition for Amendment 28. Support the Caldwell model. Love your neighbor as yourself. The ghost ancestors are in your DNA. The key is between the bars. The prison is open. The jig is up. Citizens of the United States, the evidence is clear. The ghost ancestors have been found. Every population carries their DNA. The differences we focus on are superficial. Race is a fiction. The indistinct chatter within the prison is the sound of the extraction machine humming. The politicians, the pundits, the consultants, the posters, the strategists, they are the guards of the prison. They keep the chatter alive because the fiction is profitable. But the keys have been stolen. The keys are between the bars. The keys are within reach. The keys are waiting for you. The prison is open. I await your verdict.